Be streaming on, oh there we go, oh Restream, so fantastic. So Restream are doing their thing there. We have Twitch running, Facebook is also running. Let's turn off the desktop audio for the time being though. Yep, desktop audio is turned off. Fantastic. We've got that going. YouTube live, stream health, you are live, fantastic. It's actually looking pretty good. Yep. So that's coming on. Computer Lounge, oh, ads. It's so annoying. We've got to go through ads for our own Twitch stream. A little bit frustrating, but I guess it's a price you have to pay for being part of using a free service to get your message across. What are we doing? Connecting on Twitch. Twitch, we're actually live. Twitch, we are live. Fantastic. Alright. Alright. That's looking good. Looking good. I'm gonna get my phone out. So I can check the Facebook chat. Oh, what? It gave me 2 notifications. Okay, interesting. So do we have anyone watching on YouTube just yet? Hey, we've got 1 person watching on YouTube. Fantastic, welcome to the stream. We're just getting everything set up at this point in time. Looks like cool. Yep, Twitch is going ahead. Twitch is looking good. YouTube is looking good. 1 viewer on YouTube. Fetching video stream from Facebook. Okay, the last thing I need to do is get the Facebook up and running. It looks like it's going through and it looks like it's going ahead. Hopefully we can get that up and running within the next minute or so, and then we'll start the stream and we'll get talking about the Corsair HD120 and the Corsair SP120 as well. So there are a couple of SP and HD120s that we're going to be looking at today, which is going to be pretty cool stuff. Really. Let's move that around. Okay, that's fine. Come on, Facebook, are you doing your thing yet? Fetching video stream, this can take a few seconds. Alright, well, it looks like that particular bit is broken. The internet can totally see you now. To stop, use your encoder. Stream health isn't looking terribly grand. Maybe that's probably because we're using this. Alright, we'll pull out of that. We'll keep YouTube up and running. Oh, Iron Lion here from Twitch. Oh, what's up, man? How you doing? Alright, so I've got YouTube up and running at the moment, so it looks like we're on orange stream health, and I'm pretty sure that's because I'm downloading 3 streams at once. So we'll go live on Facebook. Going live on Facebook, and then we'll start the stream. So let's just get it going from here. Let's check that Facebook is actually up and running as well. You know, setting up, like, it would be nice if I was just streaming to the single platform. But for the moment we're doing, oh cool, excellent, it's all going ahead. Awesome. Let's go back to OBS, and yes, everything's looking great. Let's go into this. Come on, Computer Lounge, and we are streaming now. So it looks like we have peak 2 live viewers. Oh, we've got NZ Projects in the house as well. How are things at Computer Lounge? Things at Computer Lounge are very good. We've got a lot of really exciting stuff going on at the moment. We've just sent a whole lot of parts to our partnered Twitch streamer, so that's been going ahead. We've got an Audio Pro live stream on Friday this week. Obviously Corsair have done a fantastic job in helping us out recently. We gave away a Corsair K70 keyboard during our charity event, and we've also got some new products that aren't even for sale at the moment, the HD120 and the SP120, both of which are, as you can tell from Corsair, they are RGB fans. Fan Day was epic the other day. Yeah, it was cool. I really enjoyed Fan Day, and I more enjoyed the amount of people that actually came down to check it out. So, cool. We've got Tyler Costa. Oh, Nathan Patterson. Fantastic. All right, so we've got everyone. As you can see here, we've got everyone from there. So what we're going to be doing today is unboxing. I'll show you. Okay, let's go behind the scenes here, and go from that into the dual cam. So we're going to be unboxing and testing out these. These are the Corsair HD120 fans, and we've also got the SP120s just a little bit over there. So these are actually really awesome fans. Corsair RGB, what else would they be? Exactly right. Oh, we've got Vibe has Vashist. Oh man, I can't pronounce that last name, man. I apologize, but I recognize you from the Facebook messages as well. So we're going to be unboxing these. I've actually, you guys can't see it at the moment because I've tried to be fairly professional and get this looking kind of slick. But if I move this around, you can see I have a power supply set up just here. Yes, it's not a Corsair power supply. It's what we've got to make do. Corsair, if you want to send us out a power supply so we can test your fans properly, then please do. But for now, we've got a power supply set up so we can actually have these fans running on the desk here, which is pretty nice. We do have fancy fans, and we've got a lot of angry people in the Facebook chat as well. Man, this is why... angry people in the Facebook chat, that's fine. If you want to show some likes to counter that, that would be nice, but I'm seeing a lot of angry faces. So we're going to be unboxing the HD120s. Before I do, we're going to go check out... Yes, so basically the cool things about the HD120s and the SP120s is they come with this, so it's like a little fan hub. So if you guys can see that here, it's a fan hub that plugs into a SATA connection, and then this actually plugs into a controller, which is this thing here, which controls the LED fan. So you've got 3 modes. You've got, can you focus please? Come on, focus. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna try a little tricksy here. If we pull this up, there we go. That might do it. I'm not sure what the minimum focus distance is on this, but basically you've got speed, color, and mode. So you can actually control the speed, color, and mode of the fans themselves. They come with a lot of different modes and functionality, which is actually pretty awesome. There are a fair amount of cables associated with this particular system, but I think it is oh, we got Robbie Pierce in chat as well. Awesome. Good to see you, man. If you want to give one away, I'm keen. Yeah, so these are, a lot of people have been really interested about these fans. So I will go ahead and actually I'll show you guys quickly, just like the introduction video, just so you guys can see. Oh, hold on, let's go to OBS. There we go. Watch intro. So this will kind of give you an idea of what kind of effects they'll be able to give you. So you can see from the video now, it lights up. They've got different effects to them. It's the full RGB range, or not like 17.6 million colors, but a fair amount of colors, probably enough to satisfy most people out there. As well, depending on whether or not you do the HD120 or the SP120. The SP120, as you'll see, is a much more subtle and uniform kind of glow, whereas the HD120 is like full customization, do whatever you want. So this is the HD120 now. Sorry, it's not uniform. The HD120 is the uniform one. The SP120 is more like an ambient light, which is personally what I really like. So yeah, so this is the SP120 here. It's got like a LED ring around the center of the fan, and then it kind of blows out from there, which is pretty cool. So, oh, we got Peter Parker in chat as well. Any idea on a rough price for these? I don't have any pricing information just yet, unfortunately, but we will have that soon, and we will be getting them in stock, which is pretty cool. So that is the introduction video for the HD and SP120. So the SP120 stands for static pressure 120. The HD120 is, I'm not sure, high definition. You know, they've got the normal marketing things here. So easily customizable RGB lighting. It is actually really easily customizable. It does have unique lighting modes. Easy access 3-button RGB LED controller. I'm not 100% sure about easy access. I mean, it's got 3M tape on the back. Oh, hold on, let's go back here. So I'll just show you the controller. So it's got 3M tape on the back, so you can actually, it's going to have to go either outside of your case or maybe underneath your desk if you want to do that. It's another wire you're going to have to worry about, so it's not bad. It's fairly elegant. I'm not sure, I wouldn't say elegant, but it's a good situation apart from it being software controlled. So I'll set up the SP120s for you guys now, just so you can actually see how to set it up and what they actually look like, because they look really cool. They do look really cool. I want your job, lol. Yeah. Hey, well, you know, you never know. You never know. That's all I'll say. That's all I'll say. So this plugs into here. So the fan controller plugs into the hub, and then from the hub you run the fans off of this. So let's take a look at one of the fans here. Pull this over. So I was a bit naughty, and well, I wasn't a bit naughty. One of the other guys was a bit naughty and actually opened up the SP120s to have a look at them before. So we actually have one of them open at the moment, and this is a fan. It's kind of interesting. The fan blades are kind of like, they're this kind of translucent plastic, and they're super quiet as well. One of the big things about these fans is that they're supposed to be quite quiet. They are really, really, really quiet, which is pretty awesome. So I mean, I heard them kind of ramped up before to full speed, and they're quiet fans. They really are. So the way in which this works: plug the fan into the controller here. So the way in which this switch works is that you have to have them in line. So you've got to go from 1 to 2 to 3, 4, 5, 6, right? If you have 1, 2, and then skip to 4, then the circuit breaks and it's not going to get any power. So plug this in here. Oh, sorry, that's not it. It comes with 2 connections. So this connection is the RGB connection. See this one there? So that's a 4-pin. Yeah, you can see that. So that plugs into this bit here. So that's all plugged in. And then this goes into the SATA connector. So I'm just going to do this underneath the tripod. Hold on, give me a second. Good. Okay, and then we also have the fan connectors. So I've got some horrible ketchup and mustard cables, but you're only going to see the black ones. So we've got that plugged in. Last thing that we need to plug in is the fan, which is this bit here. So I'm going to plug this in now, and then I am going to show you what the fans actually look like when they're powered up, because they do look really cool. So the fan is going to be turned on. All right, before I turn on the fan, let's see some likes, people. Some likes. Give me them likes, and I'll turn the fan on. No, we don't send overseas, unfortunately. We only sell to New Zealand. Although, that being said, I asked one of the sales stuff the other day, and apparently we shipped to Fiji or Samoa because there was some big orders that came in through there. Oh, by the way, I saw last week you helped hook up a Twitch stream with Corsair hoodies. Good on you guys. That was awesome. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I didn't know we did that. Fantastic. Cool. All right, so I see some likes, so we'll go turn on the fan. There we go. Okay, so we'll bring this over here. So, hey, watch Matt get his finger stuck in a Corsair fan. So you guys can kind of see that now. It's having a little bit of a hard time focusing. I did try to figure out a way to counteract this, but unfortunately there's no way to do that. So if I go through here, you can see I'm just going to press the buttons on here. So if I press color, changes the color from blue to pink or purple, whites, reds, orange, or peach, as some would affectionately refer to that particular name. Peach, more of an orange, green, blue. So you can see from here that the color, so this is the static pressure 120, so the SP120s, which means that they're a lot more subtle. So if you're going for like a tempered glass case, say for example, I think these fans will look really nice inside of that because it provides a more subtle glow more than anything else. So if I can kind of pull this up here, I wonder if you got that changes the, no, that doesn't change too much. So this is the SP120. So it does come with other modes as well. So you can alter the speed of the fan, which is kind of cool. So through this fan controller. So that was on like max speed. Slowing down a little bit, so you can see the logo just get a little bit more LP, I guess. So let's do some modes now. Modes. So I still haven't figured out the entirety of the modes. This one is kind of, which color would actually look best? So that's purple. So basically this one fades down, stays a static color, but fades down, gets darker, then goes all the way up. So it's a fairly nice breathing effect, I guess. A lot of the like cheaper LED breathe effects, they kind of have this really awkward stutter and stop, and that doesn't happen with the Corsair LEDs. It's a very nice seamless transition, which is really nice. So that's a good sign of some high quality LEDs. So congrats Corsair for that. Let's go into second mode here. That's just a very slow color transition by the look of it. Nope, I lie. Flashing. Flashing. For anyone who's epileptic, probably not the best idea, but these plus the ZXT Hue would make any system look so great. I completely agree. I love the Hue Plus, but I also love these fans. Let's do another mode. So this is again a breathing but changes color. This is what this mode is. Breathe and change of color. Let's do one more. So peach, orange. Alright, so now I don't know what's happening with this one. I think this is just static. So it doesn't actually do anything else apart from stay static. Let's turn the speed up so the little icon doesn't seem less floaty. One more mode. Oh, that one's quite nice. There we go. So that's a much more of a faster breathe effect, which is quite cool. Yeah, I think it is pretty awesome. I think it is pretty awesome. Again, one more mode. More of a slower... Okay, again, we're back on epilepsy mode again. Cool, so that was the SP120. We'll unbox the... I haven't actually unboxed the HD120s yet. So we'll unbox the HD120s. We can go through and figure out everything from there. One other thing I'll mention with the SP120s is that these are more of the functionality limited fans. The HD120s have a much wider feature set because they actually have an LED ring going around the entire fan, whereas the SP120s, I'll stop the fan now, you can kind of see that it's just this flashing bit here, whereas the HD120s have this kind of whole, much more of a uniform effect, which is pretty cool. One other thing I'll mention as well is that you can actually repurpose some buttons on your case, which is pretty nifty. So you have these here, which basically you can plug into your power, reset, that kind of switch, and you can actually plug these in so you can actually affect the functionality of the fans with these three things, so speed, color, and mode, which is pretty neat. It's a nice option to have. You know, Corsair just threw that in. I think it's a nice option. Okay, so let's go into the HD120s and see what they actually have in store. So we'll talk about what you actually get in the box with the HD120s. So let's move that over there. Oh, it's going to be so much mess to clean up after this, but that's okay. I'll do it for you guys. Okay, so the HD120s, this is what we're going to be unboxing today. So just turn the power supply off and move everything. I'm going to leave this kind of intact, at least for the time being, apart from the fan, just so I don't have to set it up again. Alright, let's unplug that fan. There we go. Now that fan is officially free to go and do what fans do best, which is just act cool. That was a terrible pun, but that's alright. I didn't get hired for my puns. Alright, so hold on, let's just move this across. There are quite a number of cables and stuff like that, but that's alright. The same, but I would totally lose it. I don't know about that, man. It's a pretty fun job, and the people here are pretty awesome to work with, so yeah, I quite enjoy it. Alright, let's catch up with Twitch and YouTube and see what's going on over there. Scene Distraction might win a rig building competition. However, it depends. I don't think I wouldn't. I'm more of the type of person that, you know, when I build my PC, it goes underneath my desk and sits there and just looks nice, but not too flashy. It doesn't take away from the desk itself. So that's my kind of prerogative on that. Whereas I know other people who just fall in love with having like a nice ambient glow. Other people get really attached to the, you know, flashy effects and everything. So, you know, it depends on what you want to do. So opening up the box, you're greeted with the three things that I've already used. So the hub controller, the mode controller. I'm not sure if this is specific to the fan, but I guess we'll find out, as well as some screws for putting the fan in. So it comes with 3 fans, I'm pretty sure. So we'll put this back here. So it comes with 3 fans. We'll open up one of them. Cool. So comparing the two, man, nice. Okay, so from the looks of it, compared to, so this is an SP120 here. This is an HD120. So this is the Static pressure fan, this is, I'm pretty sure this is static pressure as well, but has the less feature set. We don't actually know the cost, and I can't actually tell you the cost at this current point in time. I apologize about that, but we haven't even got these listed on our website just yet. So Corsair just were awesome and sent us out a sample to kind of show you guys. So looks like the same kind of fan blades here, so there shouldn't be any difference in performance between the two, I'm assuming, but the big difference comes down to the LEDs. So you can see, oh, there we go. So you can see on this one, you've got a ring of LEDs around the edge, whereas on this, you've just got a standard fan. So I'm assuming based on that, this is going to be the more expensive fan, the HD120. But the static pressure fans, they're pretty nice, pretty nice. So that would be, again, for more of an ambient, subtle look, whereas these would be a little bit more flashy, I'm assuming. So let's open this up and figure out what kind of effects we can get with this. I've never actually used this before, so this may be a bit of trial and error. Okay, let's get this all plugged in. Same deal, plugs into, so the controller as well, if you can see that here, also has 3M tape on it, which is pretty good. Pretty good, so you can mount that anywhere within your system. Plug this into one. There we go. Plug the fan controller in, which is done. Oh dear. Oh no, that's 4-pin. Uh-oh, spaghettios. Who needs costs? Just take me, yeah, just take my credit card and send me them. So I just need to run out. So as you guys, this is one of the difference between the fans, is that these fans, the HD120s, don't have PWM. They're only 3-pin. So that's, you can see a 3-pin fan for the SD120 here. Yes, a little bit, kind of. Hold on. Focus that way. There we go. Yes. So that's 3-pin, whereas the HD120s, I'm assuming, which have PWM because it's a 4-pin design, comes in like so. So that means that I'm going to have to leave you guys unattended for about 30 seconds while I run out back and just get another Molex adapter that has a 4-pin on it. So what I will do to keep you guys entertained is go back to here, so just for 30 seconds, and you can watch that beautiful video again, and I will be back in just a second. Sorry about that, guys. 2 seconds.
Very much like that. So the actual inlet and outlet on the water pipe is a generic thread, size of thread. That's not. Yeah. We're physically lined up. Oh, okay, I understand what you're saying. Okay, that's again. I understand what you're saying now. But that's again where we can't really. I tell you that you have to just test for it and see where it sits, because cards look different things and they have water blocks. So what's that, sorry? Yeah, yes we do. What sort of size tube do you have? 12 volt.
Very rarely now, so the thing is, I'm worried about my source that I'm running it with. It's just a big thing. Later on, I'll get a source.
Hello everyone, I do apologize about the lack of Matthew for those 30 seconds, but we did manage to find not a 4-pin, but, oh look, let's go back to the camera again. I just keep on forgetting that I need to transition between sources. What? That's not a Corsair chair? No, it's not a Corsair chair. It's a DX Racer chair. Corsair don't do chairs do Corsair do chairs? Not just yet. I'm sure they will. They'll come up with some kind of like RGB version that you could literally like shoot up into the sky, basically. That would probably be Corsair. But we've got this now, so this should be able to power the fans. Let's go change that Molex around. Yeah. Plug into here.
I just figured so much.
Ah. There we go. Okay, so this should work. This should theoretically work if we're plugging 2 pins in here. Oh dear. Right. So we should. No, I haven't powered it on yet. Ah, fantastic. There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, we have left off. So that is the HD120 fan. Putting out quite a bit of air at the moment, so I'm not sure what. Hold on, this is really trippy trying to get it like matched up so you guys can see properly. Ah, there we go. Cool. So immediately what I can see, this fan is a hell of a lot brighter than the SP120s. Partially due to the fact, oh, basically entirely due to the fact this, I think it's got 12 LEDs around the rim of the fan. So you guys can kind of see those points like here, 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 here. Really careful not to put my finger in the fan just then. But there's 12 points around the fan, so you've got 12 LED illumination zones, which is pretty nice. Again, I'll test out the modes from this controller. They're actually pretty cool. So, mode. So I think the fan controller might be specific to the fan. Alright, so we're going to have to change that out. Let's go back here. Change this out. Going to have to be careful not to get them mixed up. It's going to go on that pile. There we go. The fan hub shouldn't make a difference, so I'm not going to change that over just yet. Care of Corsair website and my semi-unreliable memory. From reference, I'm pretty sure that they were listed for around $65 for 3, however that may be USD. Yep, that's very true. Very true. Oh, what? Okay, so there also looks like there's another plug just on the top of the controller that's not present. Oh, no, I lie, it is present. Ha! I lie, okay. Anyway, we'll go back to this and plug this in. Oh, there we go, okay. Fantastic. Ha! And another pun! I'm on fire. So this is one of the effects. Again, goes through. I don't think we had yellow in the last fan either, so there is actually more RGB combinations on this particular fan, so the HD120s, which is pretty cool. It does look awesome. It does look awesome. So we've got, again, I can see everything that's going on in Twitch and YouTube as well. So I've got Facebook and Twitch and YouTube. So feel free to comment, ask any questions. Apart from price, because I can't give you the price. Or availability. I can't give you availability. Sorry about that. So let's go through some of the modes first of all, because that's obviously one of the actually colors. So, oh come on, you're not going to do colors now? Okay, so the controller is working. So this is a static color, I'm assuming. Static color, that's blue, purple. It's weird because the Logitech camera doesn't really pick up the color that accurately, but we'll do our best. That's white. I was going to say the white looks really nice on these fans. Like it's a very crisp, clean white. Corsair generally tend to do white LEDs very well. This white is extremely good. So if you're looking for a white LED system, Corsair probably the way to go. Yeah, Cheyenne, what is the price and availability? Lol. Red does look quite nice. Probably not as bright as I would hope it would. It's kind of more of a cherry red than a blood red, I guess, if you could say that. Yellow looks a little bit more like gold. It's actually a really nice yellow. It matches really well with some of the. We've got an in-wind case out back that would be perfect to put these because that's a very unique color. Obviously, a Corsair case would be a good idea for these fans as well. But you know, I think these would go with a variety of cases, if I'm being honest. So that was gold. This is definitely a yellow. Twitch chat is the best chat. Yeah, I agree. I love technology, don't you? Then it's obsolete the next week after bring it out. Shows you and me how fast things are developing. Okay, the English isn't there, but I understand what you're saying. Yes, it's so beautiful. Do you think they would be available in Canada, Matt? I definitely do. I definitely do think these will be available in Kara. It's the just to go with Zod's side from Twitch. No, it's the like limited edition. There's only 500 made Inwin case. It's the Inwin H Frame 2.0. I'm pretty sure. Going back to the colors, green looks quite minty, quite fresh, if you could say. So I've got a minty fresh color here. Then blue again. The blue actually looks quite nice. It's quite a deep blue. So we go in from there again, back to purple, whites, right. So those are all the colors. Pretty nice so far. I think the LEDs are actually really good quality as well. So I'm looking forward to putting these in a glass system. A tempered glass would look really amazing. So I think in the Corsair website, let's just show you. There was actually a case that they showed a bit further down the page. So you can see here. So we've got gold, green, blue, which is actually, they haven't actually done anything to the colors here to make them look different from what I'm seeing. Although the red on here looks a lot more orange, white and gold. So yeah, they've done some. Oh, is that an error? What's the difference between that and the blue? Okay, the white. Okay, on the website, the white looks a lot more blue. It's a very nice white color. So just that concern can be eradicated. So the Go Crystal case. I say Go Crystal case. It's not the Go Crystal case, but you get the idea. Something like that would look awesome, absolutely awesome, with the Corsair fans inside it, as well with some cable mod stuff. I think it is tempered glass. The tempered glass generally tends to be put on by, so if you can see these little divots here, so divots here, divots here, divots here. I'm not sure if they're divots. I just made that up. They may be screws, but those kind of hanging on plug-it inner devices are typically used with tempered glass. So I would say that this is a tempered glass, and or I could have just read the text. Crystal's beautiful tempered glass front and side panels. It's tempered glass, so that will look pretty cool. Anyway, we should go back to the modes and check out what kind of modes we also have. Right, so again, I'm having to hold this. The red actually looks really nice on camera. Interesting. So let's go into the modes. We've got flashy mode, sticks with a single color, and yeah, that's pretty much it. In and out, in and out. There you go. You know, before long they'll be bringing out the tier quad. I actually don't know what that means, the tier quad. If you want to enlighten me, then please do. One more. So that's just basically on and off, flashing on and off. I don't understand why someone would have that in their system. Personally, that would be really very distracting for me. These are kind of cool. So you guys can see it here. It goes in a loop. Again, might be interesting for some people. One more mode. That's actually pretty cool. That kind of looks like fireworks. One of the cool things about seeing this in person, I'm not sure if I can show on the camera terribly well. Again, I don't want to break it, but if we come down on this angle, here, you can kind of see, if you look at it closely, I'm having so much difficulty trying not to stick my finger in there, but you can see that each of the LEDs, they fire out from an angle, and that light actually comes through in a sort of like curved beam. On our Instagram, we have some photos of that particular effect, but it does look really cool in person. So if you are like staring at your fans for the most of the day, you'll be entertained. But the actual curvature of the LEDs makes it pretty, it's a pretty cool effect. It's a pretty cool effect. So I'll move this there and go back to the other modes. There we go. So this is mode 3. So cycling through the colors, pretty nice. One of the things I like in particular about these fans, from what I've seen so far, is the transitions between the lights, especially when it comes to dimming and lighting them up again, and the fades between the colors. They're very smooth. You know, looking at them, these very reminiscent of very high quality. Our TerraQuad is 1,000 terabytes. All right, thank you very much. Thank you for enlightening me. Show off mode activate. Yeah, I completely agree with that, man. Show off mode is indeed activated. Dim the lights. We actually have customers in the shop at the moment, but I may be able to dim the lights quickly. He's just, hold on, we've got one customer leaving. I will dim the lights and then we'll do like a proper LED show. Do you have Corsair mice and keyboards to try out? Yes, we do. We only have the one store, but we have a lot of Corsair products on display, like a lot, especially the keyboards. The Corsair keyboards are amazing, so we have all the different switches and stuff like that. Can you make it fade between only 2 colors? Yes, you should be able to, considering the other functionality of this device. So again, that's more of a kind of quicker fade. This is more party, I would assume. Sorry about the camera work, guys. This looks like a little bit more of inconsistent, just do whatever it wants kind of mode. I like the effects better in the HD, but the soft glow from the SP is so damn nice. Actually going to be a tough choice as soon as the availability. Yeah, see, that's the thing. I know personally I would definitely go for the SP120s just because I like that softer ambient glow, but if you want to have a rave in your house, HD120 would be the way to go. So this is another mode. Don't think it does anything else apart from this. So this is static. So this is, I'm presuming, the first mode. Again, blinking. So that's mode 2, mode 3, mode 4, mode 5. I actually quite like this one. This mode is actually really awesome. Mode 6. That mode is cool as well. Mode 7. That's actually really awesome. 8. Okay, so there are 8 modes in total. So what I'll do, I'll actually run and turn the lights off for just a second, and then we'll see what they look like when they're actually yeah, no, we've got customers in the shop. So this is actually, for those of you who don't know, this is a retail space. I am literally sitting in the middle of the showroom doing a live stream. So customers are coming in. Hopefully nobody's seen a customer without their permission, but yeah, we've got a full retail store. If I can pick up the camera now, this is our shop, guys. We've got customer over there. See, Alex is currently dealing with. Won't show him too much, but we've got all of our cases and stuff. We've got a whole audio section over here. Behind me is our Corsair gaming range. Sorry about showing that neck here, but that's right. And then we've got like Razer and Logitech and all that kind of stuff over here. So while we're doing the dual angle, so I can talk to over here, and I can be like, wah, ha, 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 ha. I'll go turn out the lights, and we'll get going for this laser light show display. All right, I'll be back in just a second.
I would take the next right hand turn, so not this one, the next one, and then that goes to the roundabout.
Okay, so I turned off the lights. Doesn't seem to do a hell of a lot. I'm sorry about that. Maybe does that make it any better? I guess so. It looks a little bit different, a little bit darker. So we'll go through the modes again. Whoa, sorry. I'm trying to get the camera as stable as possible. Let's go this way. Good. It looks like if I go from that angle, it looks a little bit better. If I did this, how's that? There we go. Move this a little bit this way. No. Okay, I got it. I'm just gonna hold it there, and then we'll cycle through real quick. There we go. This is, oh man, this is a bit of a workout, but that's fine. Just holding a 5 kilo heavy tripod. I'm gonna tell everyone it's 5 kilos just so they think I'm really strong. There we go. Let's change the color again. So yellow. You can't really see the colors that well. Apologize about that, but yeah, this is the HD120. Okay, that's actually kind of cool. Different modes again. So that's the cycle mode. Move this down so you guys can see. There we go. A little bit better. And as you can probably tell, it is quite bright. They're very vibrant LEDs. Turn off the lights, light a candle. Yeah, so I've actually got all the lights off, as you can kind of see above. Unfortunately, I can't turn that one off just yet. But that is, ladies and gentlemen, the Corsair HD and SP120. Whoa, sorry, there's just a rubbish truck outside that seemed to be causing a little bit of drama. When are you going to stock them? Oh, Ken Smith. Oh, I remember Ken Smith. Ken Smith, your build is looking pretty good, man. They're stress testing it at the moment. I just had a look at it this morning. Yeah, Ken's, for those of you who don't know, Ken has got a pretty sick build coming out of the shop soon. Yeah, we don't know the price tag at this current stage. It's not even on the website at the moment, so when we do know the price of the fans, when we do know our availability of the fans, we'll plug it out on Facebook, and you guys will definitely be able to find it through there. And also do an announcement, and we're 100% going to be having some builds with these fans inside because they look freaking awesome. So I think that's actually going to wrap it up for today's live stream. We've gone through the SP120s, we've gone through the HD120s, we've done a fair amount of stuff. It's going to take me the next hour to put all these things away. So yes, I hope you guys appreciated that. We'll be coming back on Friday for our Audio Pro live stream. That's going to be really cool. We've actually started to call the live streams on Fridays, which are a lot more of the professional sit down kind of content. We're going to call them Loungecast. Loungecast. So it's going to be more of the professional sit down with a guest or some of our suppliers, some of our vendors, people of interest, something that may interest you guys, and it's going to be good. It's going to be good. We're actually giving away some stuff on here, but that's a story for another time. This is a Corsair stream, so again, thank you hugely to Corsair for sending out not only these fans, not only these hoodies which we've been giving away, not only the SP120s, some of the keyboards that we've given away as well. So we've given away a K70 Lux that went out on Monday. We've got 2 more to give away. So I've got a K70 K70 keyboard, as well as I think a K65 to give away as well. So if you guys can show some love to Corsair for us, actually if you go to Glorious George on Twitter and you send him out a tweet and be like, thank you from Computer Lounge, just to let him know that we're repping the Corsair, we thank them very much and all that kind of stuff. Thanks for the show, dude. That was awesome. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you very much, Josh. I appreciate that feedback. It makes me feel nice. How does it compare with the Corsair ML120? I don't know. I couldn't give you that answer. When is the next stream? We'll be doing one on Friday. So there's going to be Audio Pro. It's going to be on Friday at 2:30 p.m. New Zealand time, which is going to be pretty fun. We've been, getting some stuff done, some giveaways and stuff sorted for you guys. So yeah, it's going to be good. Anyway, I'm going to end the stream now. Have a good afternoon, guys, or wherever you're from. Afternoon, evening, morning, brunch, dinner, dusk. Dusk is my favorite time of day, just so you know. It's just not because it's a nice time of day, but just saying dusk is pretty fun. Anyway, we're going to end the stream now because that's getting a little bit off topic. Have a good one, guys, and I will see you on Friday.